It's happening. It is finally happening. Stay calm. Everyone remain calm. Huge changes coming to the game with the 8.3 update that is coming to the game next week. It is hitting the live server. And I know there's the new robots, new weapons, but the update just got so much bigger with stuff that I just found out about. And it is actually a big deal. I'm not even exaggerating. Fixing problems that we have been wanting to be fixed for a very long time. So you guys probably haven't heard about it, and I'm going to show you guys one by one each thing. So let's get into it. Let's start from the top, and let's start with the thing that is the most obvious, the Indra Titan. So we've known about the Titan for a while, the Indra Titan, the three-legged alien tripod-looking squid robot, and obviously I haven't tried it out max level yet, but I think it's going to be really effective with just how good or how many phase shift abilities it has. I think it's going to become a very good 1v1 Titan robot, because I don't know how you're going to kill this thing. It's just going to phase shift and run away, but possibly maybe EMPing it with the Mirromits. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then next, another obvious thing is the new weapons. This has been officially announced by Pixonic, the new energy shotgun weapons. So Pixonic said, new Titan weapons are to arrive in the update 8.3. Shooting lightning balls to a distance of up to 500 meters and mess with your target's engines, slowing them down. I think this is actually going to be, I don't know, these weapons may break the Titan meta because they're looking extremely dangerous, and Pixonic actually buffed them from one test server to the next, making them have increased shot grouping. So these combined with the Indra could be a deadly combination, and hopefully it doesn't just wipe out the whole Titan meta, because I don't know, depending on the HP of the Indra, could be an issue. And then just to add to that, Pixonic said, Indra, 3 legs, 3 guns, 1 lasso, in phase shifts galore. I'm telling you, the phase shifts is what might make this thing the best 1v1 Titan. Weapons, Vadra, Mahavadra. The more you hit an enemy, the slower they move. Stack perfectly with the Indra. That is what I'm worried about. People are going to put these on the Indra, and then it's going to make a super dominant squid McChicken Titan robot that kills everything. But so that's the new stuff, or the new weapon and robot content that we kind of knew about. But then there's so many changes that are going to affect everyone, starting with new Dead City. So I'll start from the bottom here. So Dead City visual update. New textures, lighting, background decorations, plus an energy fence to make map boundaries clear and highlight that there's something serious going on here. So finally, the new update to Dead City happened on the test server months and months ago, but it's finally hitting the live server. So hopefully they don't change Dead City too much, because I've always loved Dead City maps so much. Since the day I started playing, Dead City has always been one of my favorite maps. And then, with the new update, there's obviously a new event. So I'll just read it. Featuring some speculations on Cataclysm. Do you remember that War Robot's world is post-apocalyptic in nature? This time, you'll have some deeper insights on what happened, and some of them may even be true. So I guess that's just adding to kind of the theme of post-apocalyptic, the stories behind the pilots, and everything like that. Okay, this thing is actually happening. The huge Titan rebalance. There are so many things being nerfed and buffed. I'm not even going to go through them all, but you can see the list here. And from what I understand, it's a very similar list, or if not exactly the same as what we saw on the test server. The one problem is, Pixonic, if you're listening, when Pixonic puts these rebalances of robots and weapons and Titans on the test server, we really don't know how big of a change it is, because it's level 8 stuff. Like, you're not going to be able to tell how powerful the Mirromits is after its nerf at level 8. You're going to have to wait until it hits the live server, but then the issue is it might be too late because the changes are already made. But yeah, so the only Titans that aren't being adjusted, from what I understand, are the Minos, the Arthur, and the Kid Titan. I would have loved a buff to the Arthur and the Kid Titan, but we'll have to wait. But there's some big changes, like the self-fix unit, 15% repair power increase. Nodens and Heimdall are getting a slight buff, which I'm a fan of. Luchador, Mirromits getting nerfed. The target malfunction weapons, the blinders, are getting nerfed. Huge changes. Rockets are getting buffed. There's so many things, but I'm actually excited for this. Hopefully it really evens it out, because I know the Mirromits and Luchador have dominated Champion League for a while. But next is the biggest change in the history of the game. Not really, but I'm really pumped about it. The Khepri is getting nerfed. This was just announced by Pixonic, and it is actually a big deal. So let's see what they said. Khepri Rebalance. So Khepri tweaks. This is quoted by Pixonic. Overall, we see Khepri as a part of a bigger problem with the survivability of robots being too high in the Champion League. Khepri is too strong on its own, and it also enables some unkillable tank builds. That's what we've been saying, man. We address it with a moderate ability nerf that we plan to try out on this weekend's test server. So this change is going to be on the test server this weekend, so tomorrow. Ability resistance boost is going from 40% to 33%. Ability speed bonus, 20 to 15 kilometers per hour. And ability duration, 15 to 12 seconds. Okay, that's actually a big deal. And before we get into those changes, let me read this last line, which is almost a bigger deal than the Khepri nerf itself. Another huge factor for over-the-top survivability is the omnipresence of purple drone shields. We will definitely address that in the future as well. Stay tuned. Can we all just take a moment to realize that Pixonic just acknowledged that the drone shieldings are overpowered and they're going to be addressed in the near future? Even if it's not on the 8.3 update, I'm just so happy that they actually have acknowledged it and they have plans to change it in the future. As well, let's talk about the Khepri nerf for a sec. I've kind of said that the Khepri is too good at everything. It's a beacon runner, it's a tank, it has good firepower, it boosts up your teammates, it has no weaknesses. So I don't think this isn't a massive nerf where I think it's going to kill the Khepri, but it's also not, just like a fairy dust nerf that's not going to do anything. So a bit of resistance nerf, a bit of a speed nerf, an ability nerf a little bit. I think it's a pretty good nerf to start with, and then we'll see how it translates to the live server. The one thing is, though, like I said before with the Titan rebalance, we don't know how big of a nerf it is on the test server if it's at level 8. It's literally impossible to tell. We have to try it out max level to really know how big of a change it's going to be. So that's pretty exciting. Drone shieldings are going to get changed in the future, plus the Khepri's getting nerfed. Thank you, baby Jesus. All right, let's go. Some special edition stuff. So Pixonic, if you are a fan of the new Decay, Hazard, Blight weapons, they are getting all Eldritch special edition versions. They look pretty cool. I guess they do look a bit cooler than the normal versions, and maybe like the color of the plasma shots will change with these special editions. And then the Seraph is actually, it looks like on the right here, the Seraph is getting a new skin, but then on the left, this looks like the Seraph is getting a special edition. And remember, when a robot gets a special edition, it gets 10% more HP, which is a big deal. And this thing actually looks pretty awesome. It looks like almost a robot from like Pacific Rim. Maybe it's going to be called the Eldritch Seraph. I'm not totally sure. Do I have it written down here? No, I don't have it. But both look pretty cool. I guess this will be 5% more HP. This will be 10%. But definitely something to note. Seraph's getting a little bit stronger, a little bit more HP. And then we have 2, possibly 3 new legendary pilots. So I have it written down here. So the middle one here, this crazy guy who just discovered electricity, his name is Otto Schreier, and his skill will be Otto's Inventiveness. Increases the fire rate of weapons based on radiation. Okay. Blight, Hazard, Decay. So that's not exactly good. The weapons are getting even stronger. But it also affects Magnum Terran Redeemer. This is like the greatest update of all time. So you're telling me, all with these changes, the Khepri's going to get nerfed, the Titans are getting rebalanced, and the original plasma weapons are getting a pilot. The Magnum Terran Redeemer. That is crazy. Hopefully it's better than the shotgun pilot, because that didn't really affect the game whatsoever, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much it increases the fire rate, but hopefully it's a pretty big change or a really big buff. And then what do I have? This right one has been announced by Pixonic too. It's just called Victoria, and the skill is called Victoria's Vengeance. It's for the Seraph, and the Seraph accelerates a percent speed during the flight and flies longer. That I am not a fan of. I think the Seraph ability is already long enough and it's hard enough to kill while it's flying. But now it's going to be even faster in the air during its flight, and it's going to fly for longer. I think Pixonic's playing with fire a little bit because the Seraph might just start to become overpowered, especially with the Khepri being nerfed. And then this one, I don't know if this is a troll or not, but this was leaked as a Pixonic legendary pilot. I don't know if it's a real thing or just a troll, but look out for this guy. I'm just going to name him. I'm going to name him Omar. Omar, and his pilot skill is he will buff the Cossack speed 400%. I just made that up. I don't know. But watch out for this pilot if it comes into the game. And then, of course, the booster rework is happening as well. Honestly, I'm not going to read through all this, but pretty much Pixonic is stating that they think there's too many boosters right now in the game because, you know, there's damage one for shielding, one for durability, one for abilities. So they kind of want to simplify it into attack boosters, defense, and resources. So less boosters, and then they also want to adjust them so that tankers can't really take advantage when they drop leagues. And then, what does it say here too? Finally, timed boosters were bad when you had connection issues or have to take a break. You're not playing, but the time is ticking. So we move all boosters to a per match basis instead of per minute. That's actually a really good idea. I didn't even think about that, but that is actually a great idea. So the boosters are going to change to per game instead of per minute. Because we've all been there when we activate boosters, we play one game, we got it for 30 minutes, and then we got to go, you know, get groceries from the store, and we got to load up on chicken McNuggets. So, you know, that could be a good thing. Hopefully, I don't know the cost of the boosters, but hopefully it's reasonable. And the only thing that, if you're wondering about, I don't know about for sure, is the new damage controller for the Titans and the Patron drone. I'm not 100% sure, actually I'm not really sure at all if these are coming to this update, but I don't know, it's up in the air. Either way, the blinder weapons are getting nerfed, so I don't think the Patron drone is going to be like a huge deal, you know, if it were to be released like 2 months ago. And the damage controller is a solid module too, but not sure if it's coming. But man, that's going to wrap it up. That's a big group of changes. I mean, man, let me know in the comments, what are you guys most excited about? Are you excited about, you know, the new Titan, the new weapons? Or are you like me, where I want to try out all the Titan changes, I want to see the Khepri die a little bit in Champion League, and then I want to see, I mean, I kind of want to run this Seraph Special Edition. Looks pretty sweet. And then, of course, that drone shielding that's coming, hopefully in the next couple months, is also a big deal. But that is going to wrap it up, guys. So those are the changes. Let me know which ones you're a fan of and which ones you are not. I am super pumped to see all these changes. And I guess we'll also try some of them out on the test server this weekend. But that's going to wrap it up. Spaghetti-O cheese ball Mick ice cream Khepri. Peace. See you guys next time.